All right, welcome. If you are deep in study mode for the SIE exam, you've probably hit a wall with two products that just seem designed to trip you up: ETNs and structured notes. They look like one thing, but they're secretly something else entirely. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and see what's really going on. And this is the million-dollar question, right? You see an ETN or a structured note and your brain might scream, fund, because hey, its value is tied to an index, kind of like an ETF. But is that the real story? This is the core mystery we are solving today. And look, this isn't just some random trivia. This is one of the most common stumbling blocks on the exam. Nailing this concept isn't just about getting a few points, it's a real advantage. So let's make sure you're the one who sees right through the disguise. Okay, first up on our list, exchange-traded notes, or ETNs. The secret is hiding in plain sight, right there in the name, but it's so easy to miss if you don't know what you're looking for. Let's really zoom in on the official definition. I want you to notice the key phrases here: unsecured debt security and promises to pay. See what it doesn't say? It doesn't say it holds assets or owns a portfolio. Those are the magic words, and they reveal the secret. When you buy an ETN, you are basically loaning money to a bank. And this chart just nails the difference. Think about it like this. An ETF is like a shopping basket filled with actual stocks. You own a tiny piece of everything in that basket. An ETN, though, that's like getting an IOU from the grocery store. You don't own any of the food on the shelves. You just have the store's promise to pay you the value of that food later. Say it with me. Burn this into your brain. It's a promise, not a portfolio. If you can remember that one little phrase, you've totally captured the essence of an ETN. You're not buying assets, you are buying a bank's promise. All right, let's move on to our next product, and you'll see how this concept builds. Structured notes look even more appealing because they seem to offer the best of both worlds. You get safety and growth, but as we're about to see, they're built on the exact same foundation of a promise. You know, the big selling point for a structured note is that it's custom built. It's not a simple off-the-shelf thing. No, it's a hybrid, created by mashing two different financial pieces together. So here's the recipe. Part one is a bond. This is the part that feels super safe, right? It's designed to give you your money back at the end. Part two is a derivative, something like an option, and that's tied to, say, the S&P 500. This is where you get your shot at some real growth. So when you mix it all together, the sales pitch sounds amazing, doesn't it? You get your principal protected plus the chance for bigger returns. But, and you knew there was a but coming, that protection isn't a guarantee. It comes with a massive if attached.
And that brings us to the absolute core of our explainer. We've seen that those ETNs and structured notes are, at their heart, promises. So what is the single biggest risk you face when you're just relying on a promise? This is it. If you walk away remembering only one thing today, please let it be these two words: credit risk. This is the risk that the bank or institution making the promise can't actually keep it. I mean, this quote just says it all perfectly. That principal protection you thought you had in your structured note, that promised return on your ETN, it is 100% dependent on the financial health of the bank that sold it to you. So let's be crystal clear about what this means. If the issuing bank goes bankrupt, your investment could be worth absolutely zero. It doesn't matter one bit if the S&P 500 shot up 30%. If the bank defaults, the promise is broken, and that IOU is completely worthless. Now, sure, of course, there are other risks. You've got market risk from whatever asset it's linked to. You've got liquidity risk because these things can be a pain to sell. And yeah, there's complexity risk. But honestly, all of those are secondary to the big one: credit risk. If the issuer fails, none of the other risks even matter. Okay, deep breath. We've unmasked our mystery products. Now, let's boil all this down into a super simple framework that you can take with you right into the exam. Think of this as your cheat sheet. Look at this table. This is pure gold for the exam. For an ETF, it's an equity security. It's backed by a real portfolio of actual assets. So your main worry is just market risk. But for both ETNs and structured notes, they are debt securities. They are backed only by the issuer's promise, and that makes credit risk the #1 danger. This is the whole story, all in one place. So, when you see these products pop up on your screen during the test, just remember this number. When you get down to it, the SIE exam is basically just going to hit you with these three key questions. Is it debt or equity? Are assets actually held, or are they just promised? And what is the primary risk?
After today, you can confidently answer every single one. So that's the big reveal. The next time you see an ETN or a structured note, you'll know exactly what to ask. You'll know to look past the shiny marketing and check the foundation it's built on. Because you're not just buying a return, you're buying a promise. And now you know that makes all the difference in the world.